cussing and stuff in the chat. Y'all don't know how to act, okay? I'm coming to word. Despite me almost being taken out by black mold, I'm here, okay? So if you hear me scratching, coughing, hacking, all of that, yeah, my Airbnb tried to kill me, right, all right? So listen, I missed you guys though. How y'all doing? Happy White Wine Wednesdays. Shout out to Teddy. We moved his white girl to the side because of the Shannon Sharp situation. It's controversial, and we're just trying to keep everything even toned until, you know, the Shannon Sharp situation dies down and white women are back up. I mean, white women are up, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying, $23 million up. I mean, that's quite up. But what I'm saying is, they're not looked at as the enemy while dating black men, even though black men are pursuing them, okay? It needs to be balanced, and who people love, they should love, okay? So I personally feel that Shannon Sharp should have married that white woman. He wouldn't even be here. If she got you to butt that well, marry her. Listen, full show for you guys today, all right? We're gonna get into it. We got two very well in-depth shows because I've been gone a long time. You know, I took a family vacation last week. I did do a live on TashaKLive.com from the Airbnb that almost took me out, okay? Thank God. I had my little herbs here to bring me back because I wouldn't be laying here, okay? We're definitely gonna be discussing Devon Franklin and Maria Castillo. They got married. Also going to be discussing Eddie Griffin being dragged by the world, and I am going to join the chat on dragging him, okay? Speaking on Malcolm Jamal Warner, we're also going to be talking about the BET Awards as well as the Soul Train Awards being canceled, effective immediately, all right? Also, Beyonce being dragged by the whites. She got them seeing clear, not red, clear, okay? All right, definitely gonna discuss that. Gonna discuss Gina Wynn, okay, victim 3 in Diddy's federal case, writing a letter asking for him to be freed. We're definitely gonna be talking about that, okay, and discussing that letter and even her response to social media because she clapped back on y'all. She ain't clapped back on me. She left me out of the chat, okay? She clapped back on y'all and also fake news that was put up by 2 celebrities and much, much more, okay? And then we got our second show on TashaKLive.com that's gonna take place after this, and we got Claudia Jordan, aka Scratchy Cat, and her mistress Tales. Tales of the Mistresses, okay? Part 6, okay? So listen, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna give you guys some time to get in here. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe button. We got some sponsors we need to brag about. Hold on. Which means boldly raise a glass too. We'll be right back. Let's go.
Feels good to finally get to sleep in your own bed.
You went right there.
What about this wonderful husband of yours?
I'm tired of walking through that door and all we discuss is ovulation calendars, pregnancy tests, baby showers, and doctor's appointments. Can't you see this is slowly consuming us?
I don't know why everybody wants to make me feel crazy because I want a child. I can't have a child by myself.
Father, I come to you on bended knees in prayer for my daughter and son-in-law. As long as they continue to build on the foundation that you have set over anything. Jesus. Amen.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
Hey, yo, check this out. We're gonna run this thing back I was telling y'all about before. So without further ado, show some love to one of our newest girls, Peaches!
You were a server, and now you're
I teach dance.
That's cool. I like the way you just lit up when you talked about somebody you love.
Oh, hell no. Who is it? I can't just be happy. Ain't that a good thing? How do you feel about Mr. Liz?
Promise you won't get mad.
I promise.
Oh, Peaches! Raquel, who is this?
Sorry, I can see it's not a good time.
You know
Listen,
what?
bro, you can keep this. I just want my money, man.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Kel, you want to talk to him? Hell no. I ain't think so.
Don't touch me. Don't call me. Don't text me. And don't even think about me.
You gonna let Jesus offspring take you away from all this money you've been stacking?
Why doesn't Mr. Lance come around anymore?
You think I need any of this in my life?
I saw you, my brother, the happiest he's ever been in his life with his money.
Please, come back to me.
hide.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we back. And like I said, y'all gonna have to sit through this show with me coughing and hacking and everything like that, because like I said, I almost lost my life to black mold. My son too, okay? True story. I'll vlog about it later. All right. So here's the thing. So it is White Wine Wednesday. So of course we're going to discuss a few topics concerning white wine news and things like that. And red wine news we're going to interject as well too. And so I just want y'all to know there's a report that just came out that I think everyone should know, because you know Gen Z is listening to a lot of these new things that are being shared across social media, and I just want to make sure that we as the elders, you know, because I'm entering elder phase, that we ensure that we let them know that stuff like this is not true. And so a study just came out yesterday saying that daily showers, and I'm glad you use white wine, okay? Daily showers might be harming your skin. And you should only shower every 2 to 3 days, says this report, okay? It goes on to say frequent showering, especially with hot water and harsh soaps, can strip the skin of its natural oils and beneficial microbiome. Sorry about that. Picking up my little pointer. These protective elements are essential for maintaining moisture, preventing irritation, and defending against pathogens. Okay? It also goes on to say dermatologists are warning that showering every day may lead to dry skin, eczema flare-ups, and an increased risk of skin infections. Research from the Journal of Dermatological Science suggests that reducing shower frequency to every 2 to 3 days helps to preserve the skin's acid mantle and microbiota, which play a crucial role in skin immunity and hydration. In most cases, unless you're heavily sweating or exposed to dirt, says this report, daily full body showers aren't necessary. Instead, spot cleaning and short lukewarm showers can support healthier skin. You got to put a poll up in the chat. I think this builds on the viral videos of them talking about how their parents told them, some, not all, never to wash their legs. I was just always confused by that, because I'm like, but your legs is near your coochie. And they learned from black women, so says these women on TikTok, to wash their legs. It takes 30 seconds to bend over. It's actually great for the back, okay? And while I want to say that this article is somewhat true, that showering every day can increase, eczema, skin flare-ups, dry skin, and things like that. But see, as black people, we have what we call natural oils, okay? Most of us do, all right? Some of us don't, okay? And that's when, we have skin conditions and things like that are just kind of, an acceptance to the rule or whatever, but that's why we got oil. That's why my mama them had us, Lord forbid, I know that petroleum jelly wasn't great, but we was all using Vaseline. We was all oiling down with Blue Magic grease. I'll never forget my mama used to part my hair and give me 4 ponytails. As soon as she was done with the excess grease, she rubbed it all over my face and body. Oil repairs the skin. That's why we got lanolin when the babies dry out our nipples when we breastfeed. The lanolin is the oil from the sheep's mane. And within 24 hours, our nipples are repaired. So is our lips with chapstick. So the problem is, and I hate unfinished research, is that they need oil. White folks wouldn't be having this problem, and they think they don't get ashy because you can't see them. Ashiness is dry skin. We just happen to show our whiteness, and our body doesn't agree with that, and that's why it shows us that we're white. And so once we put that all on, we ain't got no problems like that. Y'all don't let your children read this at all. And meanwhile, the United States is gonna be out of business before the whole world. After introducing lab-grown chicken, now we got lab-grown salmon. Lab-grown lab-grown salmon. Me personally, in order for me to avoid lab-grown chicken, I make sure I buy chickens with bones now. I kid you not. I'm not buying no pack of frozen chicken breasts. I'm not buying no pack of unfrozen chicken breasts or boneless thighs. I'm not doing it. I can clean my chicken at the house. I can boil the bones off as I've done. Hell, I got uncles sometimes when I make curry chicken, they eat leave the bones because they eat the bones. It's good for their teeth. That's how they brush their teeth. I ain't lying to you, Jasmine. I ain't lying to you, okay? So now they got lab-grown salmon, and I want to make clear that nowhere else in the world does this kind of stuff go on. Not in Africa, not in Europe, not in Spain, not in South America, not in Asia. Asia's making sure they're keeping all their animals alive. They are growing animals by the second. But this is pure laziness. Because Americans, we are just accustomed. We are the first. We are going to be the first to enter the matrix. We're already here. And the only state right now that has cultured meat, which is this, banned is Florida. God bless Ron DeSantos, okay? Now, here's the thing. Let me tell you about it, because y'all, I don't want y'all thinking I'm just making up. So the FDA has entered the chat. Ain't Robert F. Kennedy Jr. over the... I'm going to have to call him. I think I'm gonna call him and ask him about this lab-grown stuff, okay? And so now lab-grown salmon has been approved according to the FDA, specifically wild-type cells, cultured salmon. So basically they've taken wild salmon, taken the cells and cloned the cells into just meat, which means it's just growing. It's not a whole fish, it's just multiple cells just growing and creating the meat from it, and then they're gonna label it wild-grown salmon, and then on the back, you're gonna see a genetically modified organism. It's gonna be that small, okay? And so this is the first time the FDA has approved a cell-cultured seafood product, and wild-type salmon is now available at select restaurants. And you know restaurants they gonna cut costs, and they're gonna order the cheap stuff first. Just like we think we eating olive oil in a restaurant, it's refined olive oils and soybean oil, but the main ingredient, as long as they put olive oil in it, that's all we see. Watch your food, just be more mindful. Like I said, the United States is gonna be out of business before any other country because we got the highest sick rates, the highest cancer rates. We ain't got that many farms nowhere no more because the farms are in the lab, but I guarantee you go anywhere else in the world, this ain't going on. Nowhere. This ain't going on. I bet money on that because I travel. Moving on. We're just doing some white wine updates.
Real quick, 15% of your winos said they only shower when they feel dirty.
15% of my wino, that's got to be the clip. 15% of the winos just said they only shower when they feel dirty. That's different. That's different. No judgment here. No judgment.
Save water, save the planet.
Saving water, I guess. And I bet you those 15% are men. Or some of them girls that was on TikTok making videos saying their mama said, don't wash their legs. Save the water. 15%. That's why I don't like eating at nobody's house. For real, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. For real. In fake news, whether you like it or not, you know, Jason Lee and Tiffany Haddish have been best friends for quite some time. They both seem to can't cultivate relationships, okay? Partly because, and I believe on Tiffany's part, is that men are afraid to approach you when you got this hanging around, okay? They just don't want to deal with that. They don't. And I'm gonna be honest with you, most heterosexual men will tell you it's just their homophobia, not ours, it's theirs, and they cock block. It's like going out with a bunch of girlfriends, and a dude sees you and he's attracted to you. If his confidence is not all the way there, he's not gonna approach you with all them women standing around looking at you, drinking like looking him up and down while he's talking to you. They already sized him up, girl. I wouldn't talk to him. He's not talking to you. Of course you wouldn't talk to him because he's not talking to you. Girl, his shoes. It's this. And so, they've spoken about wanting to, I guess, have a baby and stuff. And I've always encouraged the LGBTQ to procreate together. Why do you need to go to sperm clinics or get sperm donors when, there are black men and there are black women, or just, it doesn't matter what race you are. You guys can have babies between each other. That way a baby has a father. I hate when kids don't have two parents, especially when you can. I can understand if life gets in the way and, something happens catastrophically, maybe the mother dies in childbirth, or, the parents just die and then you're left without, parents and stuff like that. But if you can intentionally have a baby, which is through surrogacy and stuff, which they're trying to say that they did or adopt, it should have two parents. But I just want to tell you, this story is fake, okay? Tiffany is in Africa right now filming Girls Trip. Exclusive. I don't think nobody know that, but I did. And so homegirl ain't adopted no baby. She ain't got time for no baby. She's on tour, and she's filming a Girls Trip. And who? Jason Lee, Mammy White. He can go get him a white girl to have a baby with. And so that picture was very much AI, okay? It's not a real baby. You can tell it's AI. Look how they look. Y'all can't tell AI pictures no more? Cat's out of the bag, okay? So, ain't no baby. No baby at all. They're actually helping to promote somebody's album. Because if you read her captions, we ain't giving it no promotion up over here, but if you read the captions, she was like, am I the... All right, before we head into Pastor Kirby John Caldwell out of Houston, that scammed his members for $3.4 million and gave it back because he didn't want to go to jail, but still ended up going to jail, okay? Before we talk about Gina and Diddy, Eddie Griffin coming for Malcolm Jamal Warner, especially during a time right now when his family is grieving. We're also going to be talking about the BET Awards and Beyonce getting dragged. We do have one Q&A from a fan that stressed that they wanted this read during the show. And so before we warm up and get to these celebrity gossip topics, we're going to ask for your advice. I'm going to give my advice. We're going to make it short and quick, okay? This is from a fan, and it was a DM, okay? All right, so you ready? Everybody ready? They good? All right. I'm going to tell you about the Black Mold story later. It's thick, y'all. It's for real. I'm suing, okay? So this is an anonymous question from a fan, all right? She goes, hi, Tasha. My father has been on drugs my entire life. He's still on drugs, but has been trying to do family get-togethers. Last one, he got high and ruined it. That would have been a funny get-together. I'm just like that. I'm just like that. We need some drama at a family function, okay? I'm just saying, like, don't take everything serious, right? Since then, I've been avoiding seeing him, but I feel bad. Lately, I've lost a lot of people, and I realize how short life is, and he's getting older. I don't want to stop dealing with him and live with regrets later. I don't know how to balance spending time with him, but also trying to protect my peace. I hate being anxious at his family functions, worrying about if he will mess up. Because of this, we haven't spent the holiday together in years. Well, it sounds like you already solved the problem, okay? But you miss your daddy. And I think the most important thing is, listen, I got a few daddies. I ain't gonna tell you which one it is, right? But I got a daddy, and he loves cocaine, okay? He loves it so much that when my friends come around, he asks, how can he get some? I'm like, that. Nobody in my group does cocaine that I know of. And I look around, and nobody volunteers, but he loves his cocaine. He grew up. He prides the fact that he did coke with Whitney Houston living in Newark. Okay? But that's my daddy. I found cocaine in his drawer when I was 12 years old. I was like, what are they doing with flour in the drawer in the mirror? I didn't know. They wouldn't let me watch New Jack City. I didn't watch New Jack City till I got older. They didn't let me watch TV when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? I had to read encyclopedias and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. So, but I remember that, and I was like, oh, he been doing this his whole life. And so your daddy been doing this his whole life too. And if he's been a good daddy to you, then love your daddy. This is his lifestyle. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing he wants to do about it. He love getting hot. And if you look at it from the lens that I look at it at, we just laugh. when Daddy come out the room with powder all around his nose. It ain't killed him yet. I mean, the VA still, you know, passing his physicals. He can't. I saw him last Christmas. He was like, yeah, I did a physical down there at the VA, and they said up my health was great. And I was like, Dad, really? This is what we doing now? The VA? The VA daddy said I was A-okay. I said, despite everything. Okay, all right, Daddy. All right, cool. That's what they said. Get damn by no old ass black man, get old and shit like that. But I think you just need to look at it from a different lens, like through these lenses here, and just enjoy your daddy for who he is. And just warn everybody, listen, Daddy may act up. Y'all just act accordingly. Ain't nobody gotta go home and go nowhere, fix you a plate. His high gonna come down. He only get like this when y'all judge him because he is trying to enjoy his high and y'all are messing it up by trying to judge him. Let him be high in peace and you just love your daddy. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do without him, and I don't want you to lose years with him because of this. Jada Pinkett was still with her mammy doing heroin all them years. Why you can't be with your daddy? Okay? I don't know why those, that's my take from my experience, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, one of my daddies, because I got 3. Moving on. All right, so listen, guys, after the break, we got Houston pastor Kirby John, all right, back in the pulpit. Y'all are some, I got to tell you, Houston, because we have a big audience in Houston. We probably get, I want to say, close to 2 to 3 million views a day out of Houston, okay, from this platform. And so, yeah, I'm coming for y'all, Houston. I really am. I'm definitely going to be talking about Diddy and Gina, Eddie Griffin, and much, much more. And Beyonce got these white people cracking. Their skin is dry. All of this and more coming up after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back. Let's go.
Let's talk about student loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call and let's figure it out.
Feels good to finally get to sleep in your own bed.
You went right there.
What about this wonderful husband of yours?
I'm tired of walking through that door and all we discuss is ovulation calendars, pregnancy tests, baby showers, and doctor's appointments. Can't you see this is slowly consuming us?
I don't know why everybody wants to make me feel crazy because I want a child. I can't have a child by myself.
Father, I come to you on bended knees in prayer for my daughter and son-in-law. As long as they continue to build on the foundation that you have set over anything, Jesus.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, remember, we're heading to TashaKLive.com right after this, okay? We got another Claudia Jordan, Mistress Magnet, Mistress Scratchy Cat Tails, okay, that we're going to be discussing in depth. We're also going to be discussing Trick Daddy, Sexy Red, and much, much more. I think we got about 8 or 9 topics because I got to catch up because I wasn't here last week, okay? And so Friday, we're going to have fresh stories, all right? So even though all this took place over the last few days when I was off, all right? So I appreciate y'all us patient and everything like that. And if you want your question read, you know, and you're here, we just did a fan Q&A. We'll do 1 question a show. Please email me at unwinewithtashak@gmail.com and we will give you advice, okay? And also keep you anonymous, all right? Now, here's the thing. While y'all are supposed to be in church seeking advice, oh, yeah, Wino tip line, 323-405-WINO, 323-405-WINO. Call me about anything. It comes directly to my phone, okay? Cuss me out. Not that I'm going to give a damn anyway. Pastor Kirby John Caldwell out of Houston. Oh, God. Jesus. His face looks like paper mache. Jesus Christ. Oh, this man was able to even talk to you for 5 seconds. Apparently, he got out of jail. He served about 4 years in a federal a penitentiary for scamming his members out of $3.4 million plus. And so this took place between 2017 and 2018. Him and a business partner of his well, we don't have to say allegedly because he was convicted of it, targeted elderly members of his church and sold them fake Chinese security bonds that were worthless. So they couldn't cash them in or nothing, but they did. Okay, so the money that was used to purchase these bonds, they gave them the bonds. And of course, you know, we buy bonds through banks and stuff like that. And so the bank holds our money and we hold the bond. And when we cash in the bond, it's kind of a way where we don't have to keep money that's not insured in banks, because, you know, banks only represent up to $250,000. But, you know, he had a lot of members that trusted him and obviously were under his authority and, you know, is giving cult, and he was able to swindle $3.4 million out of his congregation, was convicted of it, ended up giving it back because he blamed it on his business partner. But he still went to jail. And so I've been reading some of the, comments out here, because apparently y'all have let him back in the church to do what he does best. I was just a little shocked at Houston and the church for even allowing this, because I'm like, first of all, when are y'all going to, when is the church gonna wake up? Like, y'all always out here talking about the worldly. Oh, this is a sin against God. And meanwhile, the one person that's supposed to be guiding y'all and being true is your pastor. He's your leader. So which means if he's scamming, you probably about gonna be scamming, and that's probably why y'all let him back in the church. Hold on for a second. Let me pull up this article, because I read the indictment and I was just shocked that the church is just so welcoming. But I guess, you know, if they over there donating to Come in My Mouth only if you under the age of 17 read and you a male with no mama around, and his T-cell count low, so they say, and y'all still donating to that ministry, asking him to pray for you, but he can't pray his T-cell count to rise back up. Listen to me. I'm just like, when are we going to learn? And a lot of these, like, people that he scammed are like your grandmothers and your grandfathers and stuff like that. And let me guess, he went in church, started a ministry, ended up, you know how they talk in church, ended up baptizing a few inmates and preaching the word of the gospel, and brought it to these men who've been through everything in their life, and being that I gave the money back that I stole, because he's supposed to operate in discernment. God, nobody's perfect, not even God, because if God was perfect, I wouldn't be here. I got to get the name of this church. Hold on for a second. Jeff, let me get the name of this church real quick, so y'all will just stay away. Don't come calling me talking about you done been swindled, okay? Don't do that. ABC 13 Houston, put it on the news, saying that y'all asked to let him back in the church. I'm going to get the name of that church. Hold on for a second. I don't even know why I don't got it right now. Hold on. I'm going to get it. Don't worry about it. Well, I know somebody research that church for me, and Jasmine, let me know when they do, so I can let them know where not to go. Whatever happened to giving $2 at tithes? Why y'all got to give millions just to be welcome into the kingdom? That has always bothered me, that they use words like kingdom, because when you look at kingdoms, they full of gold and riches and jewels. It's like, not everybody likes to chase gold, riches, and jewels and purses, and it don't mean God don't love you just because you ain't got all this stuff. Like, Jasmine, he making me do my face like this. I wonder what his next scam is gonna be. I really do. Will it be OnlyFans? What is it gonna be? Moving on. I'm gonna find the name of that church. Don't you worry. It's all good.
Well, the senior pastor of Windsor Village United Methodist Church.
What's the name of the church again, Jasmine?
Windsor Village United Methodist Church.
Windsor Village United Methodist Church. Windsor Village United Methodist Church. He finna come get y'all again. Y'all better hide your purses, hide your wallets, everything. He finna take it. And he done learn how to do it now. But you know, we can, like, my thing is, I get y'all want to forgive him, but there's just nothing this man could preach over me after he did that. Taking people, the people can't even retire in the U.S. no more. They got to continue to work. Kids can't even afford to take care of their parents no more because things are just so overly inflated. And you want to take elderly people's savings and not go buy no teeth? Nigga, you got me messed up. Gina done tweeted free Diddy. Diddy put in for another bail package, wanted to offer the court, the United States government $50 million in exchange for bail just to go home for a couple months until they come back and re-sentence him. He is due to be sentenced in October for the Mann Act, transporting finance, some of them, male prostitutes across state lines to come screw his women because apparently his penis was too small, okay? So that is the moral of this story. Now, Gina was supposedly ordered and subpoenaed to testify against Diddy, being that she did a whole testimony with me on my platform years prior, talking about him kicking babies and stuff out of her stomach and, you know, beating her. And even Cassie warned her. He was messing with Lori Harvey at the time. Lori, I'm going to be honest with you, Lori's PR, they are excellent. I'm sure she's not paying them nothing because she is just quiet. Yeah. So everybody was shocked when Diddy, when Diddy's team put in for the bail package. Gina submitted a letter stating that even though she said he beat a baby out of her, she not scared of him. That's what she said. She said she ain't scared of him at all, and people change, just like that pastor has changed, okay? And she wants daddy home because she needs some money. That's bottom line. And so my thing is here's the thing. Gina went back right after our interview, and I told y'all that. Okay, I think I forgot to tell y'all. I've been meaning to tell y'all this story for a minute. When Diddy got charged, okay, here's the thing. The only reason Gina sat down with me in the first place is because Diddy cut her off financially. He was giving her $5,000 a month, paying for a place, okay, but ended up putting Lori Harvey in her place, okay? She didn't like that. So he wasn't treating her right, and so she decided, along with the PR team, to come and expose him. She was the first on record to do that. Okay? And it was very well in depth. She meant everything that she said. And like I said, Gina is not the best character person. I feel like she's just uneducated, but she's beautiful. And she's trying to use the assets that she has now while they're still valuable. And so, just like Cassie said in court, in text message, Jay-Z is taken. Where would she go? Where would she go when you're accustomed to a lifestyle like that? You understand what I'm saying? And so he ended up, after she did the interview, Diddy didn't come after me, because normally back in the day, Diddy would go after Wendy Williams, anybody that exposed him. He did not come after me because for the first time ever, we had someone that was documented with him talking about him. It wasn't rumors, it wasn't gossip, it wasn't anything. It was his bitch that he pissed off sitting down to tell a blog. And I remember we got so much backlash because she ended up going back, and it was like, oh, she was just lying on Diddy, doing all this. And he did send a private jet for her the next day. Had his son come and orchestrate a meeting between the two. And she was back on payroll. She had called me and told me he had reinstated her payment. She was good. Now, and was it 2023? 2023, I get a call. This is right after our Kevin Hart exclusive goes viral and Will Smith exclusive goes viral, and it was right around the time when Cassie filed the lawsuit, and she put a trigger warning on it. So everyone started pulling Diddy hoes, okay? Gina calls me while I'm in LA and says, I want to do another interview. I said, why? I just need to do another interview. There's some more stuff I got to say. I'm like, okay. She said, but this time I need you to pay me. I said, Gina, I don't pay people. I know, but I need to be paid, Tasha. I said, Gina, I do not pay. We'll take care of your lodging, travel. I'll take care of my travel. I said, well, great. We're in Miami, but I don't pay. If you want to come tell your story, you can come tell your story. The problem is Diddy had already gotten word that there was a federal investigation brewing, and they were tapping all of his women because his women were calling him and telling him that they were being subpoenaed by the feds, including her. So what I feel happened and why Gina was so persistent about getting a payment is because they were going to say Tasha K paid her to lie. She was stressing so hard to get a payment. I said, Gina, what is this? It sounds like you're trying to get money to buy a hit. No, I just need to be paid this time. I got so much. This is a viral story. I want to let it go. I was like, no, Gina, something's not right. Then when I found out that she was in Miami, I said, Gina, who you think you're talking to right now? Diddy lives in Miami. The only reason you would be in Miami is to be at Diddy's house. Diddy was summoning his hoes to clean up all of the bad press because he was too high to do it. Too high. Too high. Ike Turner high to do it. And so for her to be out here tweeting free Diddy and she think he can change, yeah. She's the Jocelyn Savage to Diddy. Not the baby mama, but her. So y'all need to leave Gina alone. Gina ain't got no education. She barely speak English. All she know how to do is screw. And when Diddy come out, she gonna screw whoever he tell her to do out the country. Let that little girl alone. Her little girl called Diddy daddy. Too bad she couldn't have her sister or brother because he allegedly kicked that one out of her stomach. But the reason the bail package was denied is because of Gina. They should have left Gina out of it. If I was a judge and I'm reading that victim 3 says she's no longer scared, but you didn't have the audacity to come on the stand to say that you're not scared, why didn't you come testify and hold that 10 toes down so that people could see you want to run and now you want to come back saying I'm not scared? No, Diddy gonna get out and beat your ass too. Okay, moving on. Eddie Griffin used to be one of my favorite comedians till he got so deep into conspiracy theory, it's not even funny. Okay? Like it is past, like I don't know if he's doing shrooms, LSD mixed together, weed. I don't understand. Now listen, a lot of y'all been asking me to talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner. I did on TashaKLive.com. I do not like to touch these stories while families are grieving, okay? People watch my show all over the world, and I do not want a loved one watching their show being reminded of something that they're trying to get over. There's 7 stages of grieving, okay? And so to the family's defense right now, it's not even about Malcolm, but I can say this. I will say this after I roll this clip of Eddie Griffin always thinking there's some sort of conspiracy going on with these celebrities and their deaths. Okay, go ahead, Eddie.
I'm thinking he's really Bill Cosby's son. But both his sons are dead. Cosby did something dirty. His real son dead, nigga, and his TV son dead. That's the connection, nigga. I don't believe that man drowned. I don't. But it ain't gonna fix shit. But nigga, it's too suspicious. They had too many different stories. Him and his daughter was out there swimming early in the morning. How come the mama wasn't there? That's number one. Number two, just so happens to be a doctor on the beach. And then his daughter was not in the water. She was on the beach watching her father swim. Somebody make it make sense to me. Now, nigga, I'm trying to figure out what they want to kill him for. He's the nicest motherfucker on earth.
This is so redundant. This is what, you know what? And a lot of times we let people like this on the internet slide when they come out with these ridiculous conspiracy theories, when the natural order of life is that people die. Okay? We all will. It is very unfortunate that a good guy who happened to have a clean record, he didn't have any bad publicity out here. He was a stand-up guy. He was a family man. He was loved by Hollywood, and he was also loved, by the public. We grew up with Malcolm Jamal Warner. And it's sad when these types of things happen. And so for people who don't understand the nature of water, like black people don't, a lot of us don't, we're just now starting to take water serious and put our kids in swim lessons and do this, but don't act like we came from generations where swimming wasn't allowed. If you go to Africa right now, they don't even use their beaches, the white people do. They'll lay on it. But they have some of the worst riptides, which he got caught in the world, in Africa. We got some of the worst riptides in the world in Panama City Beach, where I'm from. I can't count on two hands how many people have lost their lives out there in riptides. People don't understand. When those waves are coming, people think it's fun, the kids think it's fun, but those are currents. And those currents can push you as they do, and they can pull you out. And the problem is, in a place like Costa Rica, which has been documented to have strong currents, and he is a swimmer. It doesn't matter if you are a great swimmer or not. You will get tired. There's a thing called dry drowning. So he got up early in the morning, went out into the water, because he is a swimmer, took his daughter into the water, despite reports, because when things hit, people have bits of information, but now that the full story is out there, he died in a rip current. I have a best friend who lost 5 of her siblings in a rip current, a riptide. None of them could swim, so I can't imagine what he went through, and his child. And why was the mama not there? Mama probably sleeping in. But when they took too long to come back, that's when she got authorities involved. And if you look at the news reports on Costa Rica before y'all go on vacation, read about the water, read about the water conditions, read about it. I almost lost my life in a rip current twice, once in Spain, once in Panama City Beach. You do not play with rough water. You can't fight against it. It doesn't matter. So guess what I do? When I'm in rough water, I go in rough waters with life vests. Because if I get tired of fighting against the waves and swimming, guess what happens? You drown, you get tired, you get muscle burnout. You swallow too much water. But if I have on a life vest, I can just ride it out until somebody come get me. This was not a conspiracy. Nobody killed him. This is not a sacrifice. And I wish Eddie Griffin would get off that shit. He's always sweating. Every time I see him, he is sweating profusely. Showering every 2 or 3 days. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got a little passionate about this, but it's just ridiculous. Moving on. Rest in peace to him, and my condolences are to his family and his children. Everything ain't for content. He ain't have nothing else to talk about in that comedy show. That's why the people were yelling at him. He died in a rip current. Anyway, BET Awards and the Soul Train Award. Oh, wait a minute. After the break. Sorry, Jasmine told me to take a little break. My throat anyway, okay? We got BET Awards and Soul Train Awards canceled effective immediately. We also got Beyonce dragged by the whites, and then we got Devon Franklin and Maria Costello. All this and more coming up after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass. So we'll be right back. Let's go.
Feels good to finally get to sleep in your own bed.
You went right there.
What about this wonderful husband of yours?
I'm tired of walking through that door and all we discuss is ovulation calendars, pregnancy tests, baby showers, and doctor's appointments. Can't you see this is slowly consuming us?
I don't know why everybody wants to make me feel crazy because I want a child. I can't have a child by myself.
Father, I come to you on bended knees in prayer for my daughter and son-in-law. As long as they continue to build on the foundation that you have set over anything. Jesus.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Hey, yo, check this out, We gonna run this thing back I was telling y'all about before. So without further ado, show some love to one of our newest girls, Peaches!
You were a server, and now you're
I teach dance.
That's cool. I like the way you just lit up when you talked about something you love.
Oh, hell no. Who is it? I can't just be happy. Ain't that a good thing? How do you feel about Mr. Les?
Promise you will give me.
I promise.
Oh, Peaches!
Raquel, who is this?
Sorry, I can see it's not a good time.
You know
Listen,
what?
bro, you can keep this. I just want my money, man.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Kel, you want to talk to him? Hell no. I ain't think so.
Don't touch me. Don't call me. Don't text me. And don't even think about me.
You gonna let Jesus' offspring take you away from all this money you just taken?
Why doesn't Mr. Les come around anymore?
You think I need any of this in my life?
I saw you, my brother, the happiest he's ever been in his life with this man.
Please, come back to me.
By the end of the night.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Don't forget, right after this show, we're heading over to TashaKLive.com for the second part of the show. We will be talking about Claudia Jordan and her mistress tales, okay? Don't forget, guys, we got an anonymous wino tip line. If you want to drop your tips, tell your story or whatever, please call us at 323-405-WINO. Okay, now, we just got word effective immediately from BET that they have canceled after a 45-year history. Okay, leading black media platforms, Soul Train Awards, as well as the BET Hip Hop Awards are canceled effective immediately, okay? Now, here's the thing. The CEO, Scott Mills, basically said that they just had to go. They're trying to reimagine them on different platforms. And I don't know what awards show it was recently where Kai Cenat was streaming. Do you remember that? It was the BET Awards. Because here's the thing. The reason they created the award shows in the first place was to, one, promote the artists, congratulate the artists, bring together community, highlight all of the music, the accolades in the community and things like that, and actually drive revenue. They sell product advertising, they sell advertising, but just over the recent years, given social media and streaming, it has declined. And so for the BET Awards itself, they had to add Kai Cenat into it just to gravitate and bring new viewers, right? To keep their views up so that they can take those stats and tell advertisers like McDonald's or the companies that represent these big brand, big box companies, hey guys, these are how many viewers we had, and we can run ads through them if you were to watch. But because the numbers came in so low, it did not make sense for them to put on a BET Awards without major sponsors. And so now, being that the world has shifted from watching TV and waiting for the BET Hip Hop Awards to come on, or the Source Awards or the Soul Train Awards, they have decided to leave television, not because they wanted to, but because we're not watching it no more. Okay, these are independent TV networks that have done, I think, great things for our culture, but everything shall come to an end, okay? And so, yes, it needs to be reimagined, but because the reason they have to be reimagined is because they blackballed so many streamers, so many up-and-coming people that were talented, and they kept recycling old talent, legendary talent. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, Jasmine. That it just gets redundant to watch the same old personalities be awarded while people are out here on social media killing the very celebrities that they're trying to celebrate. The same celebrities that are come out here saying they're broke. The same ones that are saying Tyler Perry has paid them more than they've ever made. And then when they see the type of money that we make, they don't take it serious. They don't take our brand serious. They don't take our platform serious. And they keep us out. And so for them to have to go get Kai, I really, really congratulate their brother, and I'm glad that he did that. It showed the power of who has the power now. They don't have the power to blackball nobody. You need us in our audiences in order to keep your stuff afloat and to continue to get those multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar brand deals to keep your companies afloat. And it's not like they're paying celebrities to come out there. They don't do that. The celebrities get invited, they get a stage, they get television, they get people, they gotta pay for their own performances. They also gotta pay for their own makeup artists, they gotta pay for their cars and security teams and everything. While BET and these networks, it could be CNN, it could be BET, they all pocket the money. But because, like I said, viewership has dropped drastically, partly because ain't no talent. Ain't no talent. Who's up and coming and rapping right now? Let's talk about it. BET Awards. Ain't no talent. Africa is the new wave. The UK rappers are the new wave. You gonna take BET to the UK? It's probably where they're gonna end up going. But there's no talent. Nobody wants to see Sexy Red. Nobody wants to see, I mean, yeah, we can see Glorilla, but she rap too slow. I love Glorilla, don't get me wrong, but performance, we gotta get better performances. Who else? Real talent that's emerging and coming up, they don't give them respect. They don't give them money. They don't give them budgets. And these people are busting their ass to keep their fans, and yet y'all want to hustle them. And I guarantee you, if they were to have these award shows, if I was a CEO, this is what I would say. Have your award show. Go and bid on your advertising contracts, because every time you watch a commercial in between these award shows, or you see these big sponsors like sponsored by McDonald's, sponsored by Honda, tell them that you're going to have a Tyler the Creator or some big African artists or UK artists on that stage. Pay them a portion of the advertising revenue that you're making from that. And I guarantee you they'll bring their viewers, because we like to watch them. They're quality artists instead of y'all recycling. Y'all got baddies. Fuck Sukiyana on the red carpet. Man, get up out of here. Get up out of here. I guarantee you if you hosted a Soul Train Awards and did it right and paid these artists, because these artists are struggling. They're not selling shows like they used to. They're not getting ample promotion because y'all are keeping all the damn money. We will bring in great talent and great viewers, and we'll watch it, but they don't share. Partly why Steve Harvey can't even use the Steve Harvey name no more. We'll get into that. That's a whole other thing, which leads me into why Beyonce went to country. Because ain't no talent. There's nothing there. She saw the shift before it happened. So she went over there, she got these white folks angry, y'all. Oh my God, they dragging her so bad. Piers Morgan. They basically saying she is culturally appropriating. Beyonce is culturally appropriating. I said, oh, I thought that was our word. That's what we use against y'all when y'all, came into our culture. Wanted us, got us off slave ships, brought us over here, had us working your life. Isn't that culture appropriating? You taking our culture out of it? What culture do y'all have? What's the culture? But they mad. They said Beyonce looking like Marilyn Monroe in her new Levi's ad. Highest grossing tour ever out of any white country artist. First of all, country was ours first. Y'all took it, we took it back. And Beyonce had to infiltrate and look like one of y'all just to grab it back. And now we listening to artists like Shabuzi. What's the other girl named? Tiara? I forgot her name. You don't want to talk about her. She look like the off-brand Beyonce. But these folks is losing they goddamn mind. And so, yeah, since the award shows are getting canceled, since these networks don't longer have avenues to promote these artists, Beyonce joining their shit. We told you she was morphing into a white woman right before y'all. Y'all didn't listen to us. And y'all been doing it before y'all sending y'all white girls. Catch me outside. How about that? Now catch Beyonce outside in a bleach wig with bleached skin. Tell me how about that? Kicking the rodeo. Go. Keeping her husband business afloat. That's a black woman right there, damn it. So she gotta look like y'all to say, oh, don't be mad because she done learned y'all game and used it against y'all. Taking back the very shit we built. Then now her and Shabuzi and a few other black artists are the top selling country artists in the world. Jelly Roll number 3. And shout out to Jelly Roll, I like him. They need to leave her alone. Now, thank you, Beyonce. That witchery is working. You gotta use witchcraft against them. You can't, Beyonce, I'm gonna get my check. 400 million, 500 million, I'm gonna get my check. Y'all just mad. Don't forget, guys, don't go nowhere, okay? Because we're gonna talk about Devon Franklin and Maria Costello. They were just married over the weekend here. I do want to remind you guys that we are sponsored in part by my favorite herb companies, okay? Y'all, I'm for real. Friday, I was good. I did a Fuckery Friday live. I was straight. Saturday morning, my son Friday, I was good. My son was in the hospital because he had asthma attack, and we were trying to figure out what triggered him, right? And so we couldn't figure out what triggered him, and then I found out where I got triggered the next day because as I was using the bathroom and I looked up, and it was a vent, and it was dripping water, and there was black mold all around the vent. And I said, oh my God. That's why my son could breathe when he was outside, but couldn't breathe when he was inside. But don't worry, I'm gonna do a full review on that, okay? So I did not bring my herbs or anything with me. I ain't bring no sea moss, no mushrooms, no nothing. And so I was, I ain't gonna lie, Allegra D worked. It worked, okay? But when I got back to Florida, even though it took me, I told y'all, it took me, if you're on TashaKLive.com, you know the whole story, okay? I had to fly from Florida to South Carolina, from South Carolina to Atlanta, from Atlanta back to Florida just to get to Florida. Because there ain't no direct flights to Panama City. It is ridiculous, okay? Freaking ridiculous. That's a whole nother story. I promise you I'm gonna do a full vlog on that. I got all the receipts because I'm dragging that Airbnb. I really am. So, but when I got back, of course, I got back to taking my sea moss liquid drops, 10,000 IUs, plant-based, okay? This is mango and pineapple flavor. There's 2 different flavors. Has 92 of the 100 vitamins and minerals that our body is made of, okay? And so the rest I do supplement with, all right? And things like that, which is vitamin D, and this has the added zinc and vitamin Z and stuff like that. And so it would technically make up 100, okay, or close to 100 of the vitamins and minerals that our body is made out of, okay? And so when I got back, I started popping this under my tongue. I did have some, some strong allergy issues going on, but now they are literally coming up, okay? And so also with that, I keep my soursop, all right, with the sea moss and black seed oil. This is another thing, anti-cancer, anti-diabetic. A lot of the people from the Caribbean as well as Africa have been using soursop and boiling soursop for years. Now they've extracted it, put it in drops. You can drop it under your tongue, and boom, okay? It's working. It's working. The research backs it, all right? Don't forget, guys, we also have the, I don't even got because my oil of oregano at the house. Because I've been taking the oil of oregano to break this up. Okay, so I'm telling you, 2 drops of the oil of oregano, because I did not take this to Panama City, Florida with me. I even get my son 1 drop and I put it in his juicy juice. All of the toxins that we were exposed to during that Airbnb, literally coming out. I'm gonna be honest with you, I know this is sad to say, but sometimes I like getting sick because it's kind of the one times like when you need a purge, your body purges itself. Because, all your T cells get together and they start to push everything out. And so I love the oil of oregano because the oil of oregano, the research backs it up with, it helps to eliminate any bacteria or viruses and things like that. If you even look at videos on YouTube of oil of oregano being put on a virus or being put on bacteria, it literally just explodes out of the body. And then the body, of course, just sheds it out and things like that through, pee or, sweating and stuff like that. And so this particular product saves save the day. Okay? Normally my son is down for 2 weeks. Normally I'm down for 2 weeks. This started Friday. It's Wednesday. I'm here. Yes, I got a little bit that I'm trying to get up out of here, but you guys know coughs can last for a month. This will not happen. This will be gone in 2 days, okay? And so I keep me my oil of oregano. I'll be taking it for the next 2 weeks along with my son, all right? You can get this all on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. These are products that I personally use that I am proud to sponsor. And of course, with anything, especially if you're taking medication, please talk to your doctor about these herbs because they are nature's herbs, okay? Same type of herbs they use and put in, you know, pharmaceutical medications, and they say, you know, the medication can help, but this can't help. But it's generally the same thing, okay? So thank you guys. Real quick. So, as we get ready to head over to TashaKLive.com, we're going to start this show at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Central Time. We got Claudia Jordan and her mistress, Scratchy Cat Tails. We also got, let me tell you what's going on TashaKLive.com before we get into Devon Franklin and Maria Costello. We also got Shannon Sharp and Chad. Faison Love, okay? Hit with a felony. Boy, do I got some wine to tell y'all about Faison, if you care. But it is funny, okay? Also going to be talking about Big Sexy has finally made the lineup on Unwind with Tasha K. Also, Sexy Red, single, Michael Blackston and Rada Darling. You know, Michael Blackston just had a baby. And his baby mother came to social media with some interesting words. And then he came trying to clap at her and then quickly retracted. Well, you know, we got inside information on their relationship, and I'm going to share it exclusively on TashaKLive.com and who the side bitch is and who are the side bitches, okay? And so why is his fiance that just had a baby feel like she's alone, okay? We're definitely going to discuss it. We're also going to discuss Trick Daddy and much more. Please, guys, you guys have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com to see this part of the show. But as we sign off, don't forget, guys, to purchase all your herbs, the mushrooms, the oil of oregano on TashaKLive.com. We're going to take you home by congratulating Devon Franklin and Maria Costello. They were just wed over the weekend at a lavish ceremony. And so it seems like he's doing this the right way because I don't remember seeing the wedding between him and Megan Good. I think he took her down to the courthouse. I think her dress maybe was too tight or too short, okay? But needless to say, he is moving on, turning a new leaf. He got somebody that's a little bit more submissive, that will stay at home and cook, that probably don't want no children and things like that. Like I said, we're just going to take you home with this beautiful wedding video, and then we'll see you on TashaKLive.com. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and love. Shout out to Teddy and his white girl. Shout out to Jasmine and everybody that helps to keep the show. Thank you. If you guys donated, if you didn't, it's okay. We don't need it, but I love you, but we can always use it. And with that being said, now I got to go. Bye.
I believe they found love, and it's so very clear. They have found it, and it's true.